Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome. I'm Fields and Skylines, and welcome to Hey, Let's Become a Billionaire on the Valley of the Old Farm, Farming Simulator 22. I think we are in September still. It's still raining. Um, to recap, basically, we just did a harvest on a contract, which um, we did a harvest on a contract of carrots. We finished that up, um, and we came back to kind of clean up the farm. We have to get this field planted with barley yet this month, and we need to um, get our harvest done on our own field, but it still continues to rain, so we won't be doing that anytime soon. Here we go. Boom, everything looks good to go. So once this field is planted, we need to roll it and fertilize it. So we are off. It's not the biggest planter in the world, but it will get the job done. It's a very large field. I don't know how it'll do going up the hills, this tractor and this planter. We'll see how it'll do. Hopefully it'll do all right. Also today, the rest of today, we got to get that canola done. Um, so yeah, busy episode. I think we can try to get that all knocked out in this episode so that we can start next episode in October. Because again, there was a lot of work to do in October. We have to mow all the grass. We got to turn some of it into hay. We have to then, in October, we have to reseed those with one field is going to become alfalfa, and then we're going to reseed the other fields with grass, just so that we can get that environmental score up. Because the higher the environmental score, the more money we can have potential to make. Plus, if we can do the rolling and all of that, it'll just help our harvests. Because like going through the numbers, 250 cows are going to need 87,000 plus in TMR. So doing the math, that is a lot of silage, a lot of hay, a lot of straw. One of the things I'm worried about is straw, but luckily we're going to have to get a bunch of barley because right now we have 150 chickens. The goal is to get that up to 1,100 chickens. Well, we don't have 150 yet, but we will have 150 come October. And the goal, like I said, is to get that up to 1,100. So maybe even more. But we also need barley to make flour, barley to make barley malt. So we're going to need a lot of barley. Like I said, we need a lot of barley. We're going to need a lot of soy, soybeans. So those are some of the crops we're focusing on early. Sheep right now is our highest priority. We want to get so once we get that grass cut next month, we're going to start buying sheep so we can get the wool turned into t-shirts. The other thing we want to do is probably buy the grape factory so that we can send all of our apples and all of our grapes straight to it and have it make raisins and apple juice and grape juice and all of that stuff. And again, hopefully I can lift those pallets. Oh my goodness, we may have to switch tractors. We may have to switch tractors. Oh, it's starting to go a little bit better. We'll see if we can't figure out a better way to reach the spot. We have to get that. See if we can't find a better way to do that. So yeah, so the numbers are staggering. Like how much we're going to need to be able to try to get to that $1 billion number. Eventually, we're going to need some corn. We're going to need some wheat. Probably going to need some oats because oats turn into flour real nice. Because I found a mod that we don't have it built yet, but we're going to probably bring in. It's a pasta mod. We can make pasta. And again, as I bring these mods in, I will add links to some of the more important, or I don't want to say more important ones, but some of the newer ones to the playlist, so you guys can find them and check them out. So there's like a pasta one that we'll be adding. Pancakes we'll probably end up adding if I decide to go with more maple syrup. Although pancakes in general without the syrup are pretty good profit as well. Along with bread, it's a pretty good one. Base game. For dairy, we will buy the dairy because that's another one that we'll need pretty quickly. And then as our milk goes up, we will be generating more milk than what that dairy can really handle in a day. So I have kind of an interesting plan for additional. So there's yogurt factory I'd like to bring in, and then there's additional cheeses, like aged cheese. Seem pretty interesting. And there's also other dairies that we can bring in just to make sure we're using and turning that liquid milk into more product and increasing that revenue. Because we can always just sell extra milk as well, but it's best to use as much of it as you can, because that's where the money multiplier comes in. What other things? Like I said, that soy drink plant is going to produce for us. The heating plant, fuel plant, the wind farms, solar farms, those are all going to be good ones for us as well. So right now, I think we're in pretty good shape. I think we can get, like I said, if we can max this out, and if we can have our fields produce enough resources that we can max out production, we should be able to get around. And this is without taking any forestry into consideration, because I really haven't found a lot of good forestry mods, but still turning the wood into logs and pallets, because we'll need pallets on it, will be helpful. But I don't know where that forestry number is coming at. However, I think we can get to, if, like I said, we can get the resources to support it, we can get around to that 67 million, almost up, to $70 million range, which isn't $1 billion, but that's a year. And 70 million a year, what is that? 10 years, you're at 700 million. So I don't know, about 15 years, a little less than 15 years, you could be a little less than 15 years, could be a billionaire once you're at that level. Now, getting to that level, that's a whole other story. And again, that means the map has to have the ability to support it, which is why I keep saying we have to get everything south of the river for sure, for arable land, grassland. But the north of the river, we'll probably have to get a bunch of that too. Oh boy. Come on. So maybe we need to start looking for a 400 horsepower tractor on sale just to plant this field. I mean, other than that one spot right there, it seems pretty good. So maybe we should try to go sideways right there. So yeah, so what I think I'm going to do is a quick time lapse on this field, probably some jump cuts to go with it, but then we will come back in time to finish up this field and do the harvest. So we'll see y'all in a bit.
All apart. Tunnel vision, hiding in the dark. Well, I ain't gonna holler before I really bleed. Salvation, a quick fix remedy. You said I never could change. I thought I never could change. They said I never could change. Damn right I never would. Leave the light on. Leave the light on. Just leave the light on. Yeah, leave the light on. If I'll ever change, been dreaming of Nashville, Tennessee, while the cold here in Sweden got the best of me. Well, haven't I got better things to think about than that? Like deadlines, rent's due, bills pile up, family day in, day out, the clock's mocking me, getting old, oh, got the kids deserve so much more than this, gotta get rich. You said I never could change. I thought I never could change. They said I never could change. Damn right I never would. Leave the light on. Leave the light on. Leave the light on. Just
field 1 planted. Well, field 62 or whatever that is. Planted, rolled, and fertilized. So now it's time to try out our brand new New Holland CX880 harvester. We definitely can go bigger on the header. That's an upgrade for the future. I don't know how we're gonna do on this field because honestly, it needed some loving care. Don't know if I got enough. And it's not really that big of a field, so we're not really going to get a whole lot. But we will store the canola until a proper sell time. I think that's sometime December or January. I don't think we'll have enough money to buy the oil plant by then, although the oil plant is another one that could be higher on the list because of the olives and olive oil production. But olives can also be used as, I believe, the diesel, and that'll even be some pig food. But that's, although there is a profit on doing that, olives are the least wanted to use there because canola and sunflower are much cheaper crops. In fact, we could use the canola at the diesel factory. Maybe that's something we try. The diesel factory is in the 200,000 still, so we're a bit away from there. We have to restock our line, which is going to cost us something, and then, like I said, we got to buy some sheep. We will continue to watch for contracts. Also, for winter time, I need money to buy some harvesting equipment, hopefully, or else winter will fly through, wasted, but we can just jump through them. Yeah, and look at our yield. Our yield's right there in that yellow. I don't know how good this field is for soil type, but that's not yielding out too good. And once we get to the end here, I'm going to take a look quickly and see what the precision farming score is going to look like. I mean, it's got to be better than the 57 it was, but it's up to 80. So we can do better. Our next crop will get it high, and then we'll probably never plant this again because I think we'll be building that second sheep farm here. So yeah, and like I said, the money that we have right there is basically our money to buy sheep and hopefully some lime if we need it. Otherwise, I think we're in pretty good shape. I'm hoping that we can get a couple more contracts, maybe some cultivating contracts. I don't know if I own a cultivator. I think I do. I don't remember if I got one because all of my cedars cultivate. Because I don't want to always have to rent stuff. But a nice big cultivator. Do some cultivating contracts, which should make us some money during the winter if we don't have logging and money to buy a logging field. So I don't think we're going to have money to buy a logging field. In all honesty, by December, January, February time months, I think we'll have to do some cultivating, even though we would like to harvest and make some harvesting income. There are a lot of trees on this map, which is nice. So yeah, that is kind of the plan for the next few episodes, right? So this episode to get this field planted in yet and roll, inverted, mulched, mulched, planted, roll, fert, and then a roll. I think I want to do the fert first. I think that might help with the rolling, being able to tell where I rolled or not. Although I don't know for sure what the best is. And then next episode is mowing all of the grass and getting all that stuff taken care of. And then if there's time in the episode, we'll be planting in. If not, that'll be the next episode, and so on and so forth. Yeah, we really definitely want to get wool going so we can get as much wool possibly to Granny so that by March, April, whenever clothes are at the highest, we can get a good sell there to jump us into the next production, so on and so forth. because it's all about growing as fast as we can, or else we'll be playing forever. Which is something I'm not good at. As you watch my other series, you know I don't spend money fast. I usually try to build it up, then spend it, and have a nice cushion. Right now, 34 grand. The only reason I haven't spent it yet is because I can't buy sheep. But almost all this money is going to go to sheep. So yeah, so we're going to spend. Don't worry, we are going to spend. I'm trying to figure out if I want to buy the line thing and try to figure out how to get rocks. I don't usually play with rocks, and de-rocking a field is just a whole nother step. So I don't really want to turn that on. I mean, maybe in a smaller playthrough, something like that would be worthwhile, but I mean, that's a lot of extra work every thing. So I don't know, or if we just keep buying lime. I know that we're going to start using less lime. I mean, these fields just all needed everything, all the love in the world. So as we expand, fields are going to need that, but then they'll taper down because, well, you know, we're going to apply lime every year. It's just less. The nice thing though, by crops we're doing, soybeans don't require really any fertilizer, so that's a plus. So that'll save us money on some fertilizer use. Eventually, once we have slurry and manure, we'll be able to make fertilizer, and eventually we'll be able, I would think, to make enough fertilizer that we can sell some. Although I really want to focus on the urea and the pellets so that we can get into some of those other more advanced. Look at that. I didn't even get a whole grain hopper. So that's too bad. I'm going to hop a couple fences. Open the gate. Open the gate. Or not. Open. Open. I love having the gates and all the doors. It just adds, I feel like it just adds to the play. And of course, I close these doors. Boom. All right. Right, so what I'm going to do is quick jump cut. I'm going to get this grain dumped, and then I'm going to set up for the mulching, and I will see you over at the field. So I'll see you in a bit. It's time to mulch. This is the power roller mod. It does field rolling, mulching, and grass rolling. I think it costs something like $2,000 for each one. So like 2,000 to mulch, 2,000 to roll, 2,000 for the grass, and then it's like 40,000 for the whole, like, the thing. So you buy it for 42,000 with one of the settings, and then you can add the other 2,000 each. It's a nice mod. I like it just because it's the one thing, less room on the farm, but at some point, like I said, we're going to be needing multiple of everything because we're going to have a lot of fields that we have to take care of, you know, and we'll be relying on workers, extra equipment, and tractors. So can't make money without spending money, they say. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kick this on. I am going to do a quick time lapse of the rolling and the liming. I'll probably jump cut through the planting since you've seen a lot of planting today. and then we'll roll this field, and then I'll jump cut it through the fertilizing since you saw some fertilizing, and then we'll meet together to wrap up. So I'll see you all once we're ready, or once we're there. Okay, so this field should be ready to go. Hopefully, we will get a good number on it. I wonder if any of the stuff we did today has updated that number. Let's take a quick look. It's up to 84. Not bad. I think once we harvest this field, it'll jump up. Once we harvest these fields, they'll jump up. So that should be all right. So I think, though, with that, we're going to call it an episode. It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to just hang out off video, just seeing what pops up, if, like, any good contracts pop up. Why can't I hook up? Very, very odd behaviors. I really would like to put this away. Well, yeah, so like I was saying, I'm gonna, you know, don't have enough, don't have enough, don't have enough. All of these would probably be good secondary equipment. Um, I do not have a cultivator. I looked. There's another baling contract, heating plant, and this is for hay. So we might do this one off camera. Um, I am going to do this one off camera. And we will take care of that. Hopefully, maybe get a little bit of hay left over. Again, it's going to be the weird where we got to shred bales and whatnot. So we will see. We will see what happens. But yeah, I'll keep looking for contracts throughout the rest of the day. If anything is fancy, then I won't do it, and we'll do it on video. All potatoes, not doing potatoes. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and park this and grab a different vehicle. I'm gonna have problems like that. That is weird. Very, very weird. He goes down here. So yeah, and I'm gonna put and I decided I'm gonna move the telehandler from where I have it parked and kind of store it over by the planting stuff over there because it's closer to where it's going to be used a lot. Once we have cows, we're going to be using it for the manure. We're going to be using it for, um, you know, feeding, making bales into feed, or shoveling silage into feed, things like that. So can this hook up to it maybe? Or will this flip it over? Actually, you know what? I am going to give this a try. But yeah, with that, I think we're going to call it an episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you're enjoying the content on this channel or this series, please subscribe so you can get updated when new ones come out. Tell your friends about it. And as always, thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day. Until next time, goodbye.